Okay, finally. Oh my gosh, it really took a minute for the live stream to start. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I did not pre announce this live stream because, well, life, the universe, and everything, which is what we're going to be talking about today. It's April, full moon in Virgo, and we have a delicate yet powerful triple goddess energy action happening. And what I mean by that is we have, when I look at my little thing, see, look, ta-da, there we go. There is a grand trine. It's hard to see. Um, there are other trines going on that look a lot more powerful, but when you look at the full moon, which is here, this is so weird. Here, it is trying to, just working backwards, Lilith on one side and Jupiter on the other. I should do it this way, Jupiter on the other. So what does this mean? What kind of energy is going on here? Well, I'm going to do this reading to the best of my ability. So the full moon is in Virgo, the great mother, the organizer. And what is it reflecting? It is reflecting the sun, which is conjoined with Chiron, the healer, and they are both in Pisces, which is the dreamer, the it's sort of the spiritual tied together by matter, two spirits tied with matter, going back and forth all the time. All this energy is coming through to the moon and reflecting back up on us on Earth. And where it's reflecting for us here in Virgo, it's in the first house of I am. Okay, because of where the moon is as it reaches its fullness, it's actually before sundown by about 45 minutes or so, 40 minutes before sundown. So this energy is coming up into the world. It's rising along with the beautiful constellation of Virgo. So Virgo is rising with the moon, and you know what's right behind the moon there? Coming to greet the moon? Black moon Lilith. Pretty intense. Just a few degrees away. Let's see, how many degrees of separation is it? 8 degrees approaching. Black moon Lilith is 8 degrees approaching this full moon. Black moon Lilith is the suppressed subconscious rage of all the outcasts. Okay, it is the darkness, it is the primordial female energy. Now, I did mention that, oh my gosh, we've got a triple moon thing going on here. So we have the moon is trine asteroid Lilith in Capricorn, and that is in the 5th house of safety and play and creativity and expression. What else is going on here? Well, that asteroid Lilith is coming up, and it has a very strong trine to Jupiter in Taurus. So we have 3 earth signs, triple goddess energy, because Taurus is very goddess, Virgo is very goddess, and Black Moon Lilith in Virgo, and maybe it's a quadruple goddess. I don't know. You be the judge. So with that energy, a lot of energy is coming down to ground into the earth that is coming and hitting us now from the heavens. And These signs are in the placements according to the constellations, not the tropical zodiac. So this is true sidereal zodiac energy, the true energy of the universe coming down and hitting us here. And yes, you can handle it. Let me tell you how. Because the way has been opened for the goddess. That's what a trine is. It is a slippery slide that says the energy is moving fast, and it is moving fastest and strongest between Jupiter and Lilith, between Taurus and Capricorn, between the fifth house and the ninth house. And Jupiter is super duper happy to be in the ninth house because it is ruled by Jupiter. It is all about expansiveness and optimism. And what's combining that energy in a subtle way from the moon and Virgo? Organization. It's time to organize people. It's literally time to organize people. Bring in the people, bring in the soccer moms, bring in the transgenders, because that's right in here. And I'm going to be talking about that in a second. Bring in the non-binary, bring in the optimistic males who honor the divine feminine, the ones who have strong leadership ability and power, because that's very a Jupiter thing. It's Thor, it's Zeus, it's Jove, by Jove. It's strong, strong energy, but it is amplifying the energy of Taurus, which is about values. It's about being secure. And so there's a security there. And even Lilith can feel very secure in the area of that fifth house, saying, I can express myself freely here now, right? And by Jove, you sure can. And if you are on the divine feminine path, this is a great place for you. This is Harmony Goddess Astrology. This is what I do, people. It is triple powered, and I'm going to show you one of my little artworks here. Da, da, da. So this is my little artwork. This is one of my new goddess blocks. I still have to varnish the sides on this one, but that is Trillium. Beautiful white blooms in the middle of forest. It is light in darkness. It finds the sun and transforms it into beauty, into symmetry, into something that you just can't pretend doesn't exist, and you can't pretend this energy doesn't exist. And let me tell you why. So the first thing I am going to do here is I'm going to bring this up on my screen so I don't have to try and read all this tiny print down here. Down here. Yeah, that's going to tell me, because even though you can only very faintly see that triangle, look at the power of those oppositions from the South Node into the sixth house in Pisces. And look at the power of the trines from Mars to those same bodies in Pisces. How extraordinary is that, you guys? We've got some really powerful things happening here, some really strong energy surrounding healing, surrounding organizing, surrounding giving voice to those who normally don't have voices. So let's take another step into this. And I'm just going to pull up my little Prometheus software. You can't see it because I don't know how to do that yet, but I am pulling this up so I can look at you and not down at this piece of paper, and I can zoom in a little bit better. But I will show you on the piece of paper as well, because props happen. Okay, so let's take a look at this in a little bit more depth. And if you don't know me, my name is Beth Hansen. I've been a tarot reader for 30 years now. I am in my second Saturn return. Saturn is in Pisces. My Saturn is in Pisces. So here we are getting all the goods from the universe. And yes, I'm a dreamer and I build things out of dreams. And that's what Saturn in Pisces does. It's a very fluid way of building. You're sort of building a boat and you have to take what comes your way. And that's how I have to live my life, right? So, and we all have a little bit of that right now. We all are feeling the push and pull, feeling a little bit out in the waves, wondering what's going to happen next in this crazy, mixed up world we are currently in. So, as I look at these, at all the goodies here, what I am seeing, because while okay, I have to load today's thing. Sorry, bear with me. I should have done this before I went live, but I was having trouble going live. I thought I'd have time. All right, I hope there's somebody here. If you are, please put a note in the comments. If not, comment later. This is all good for later viewing as well. Okay. Okay. Full moon chart, view chart. Here we are with the chart. Okay, there she rolls. Okay. What a beautiful chart this is coming in for us today. Super, super gorgeous. So, like I said, we have the opening of the ways between the divine feminine, from the divine feminine of the Virgo, from the divine feminine of Black Moon Lilith, of the full moon, of asteroid Lilith in Capricorn, also in the fifth house of play. And Capricorn is the fish goat, transformational energy there, taking the inspiration and bringing it up to the intellect to make it real, and planning and climbing that mountain or swimming in the sea, whatever you need to do. You've got the tail for the fish and you've got the little hooves to drag your little fish body up. So that is trine Jupiter in Taurus, bringing us a sense of groundedness and expansion and greater communication of ideas and storytelling there in the ninth house, big time. And it's coming around and around and around and around and around on that grand trine, that grand earth trine, strong earth energy. Whatever it is that's going on is very grounded. And if you need to ground, all you need to do is imagine between your eyes and slightly above, in the middle of your head, bring your consciousness to that point. See it as a ball of light. See that consciousness riding down your spine, through the bottom of your spine, through all the chakras, into Mother Earth, and know that right now it is being grounded in Virgo, in Taurus, and in Capricorn. Whatever type of feminine you are, or carry, or support. Everybody has feminine aspects to them. It's all there for you. So the other really strong aspects coming up are the oppositions from the South Node. The South Node is opposing, as I look at the chart here, the South Node is opposing Mercury at 3 degrees approaching. It is, oh no, at 0 degrees of separation, 000. It is absolutely, completely across of Mercury. And the South Node is riding that wave through the 12th house, which is has a Piscean flavor anyway, and it's moving to that Mercury, which all the conjunctions ever are happening right now in Pisces because it is conjunct all the things. So oppositions mean it's time to make a decision. So what kind of decision do you need to make? You need to make a decision on Mercury communicate. Okay, how am I going to communicate? What are you going to communicate? You're going to communicate values because it's also opposite our Venus. Okay, I'm going to communicate my values in what way? In a really stable way that says I can persevere because it is also opposite Saturn. And if you have any doubts about how well I know Saturn and Pisces, let me tell you, I don't have any because that's my birth sign. And I've been through this rodeo before. Last time I took up tarot, I told you I was been a reader of tarot for 30 years. This year this time around, I'm taking up true sidereal astrology and tapping into the visionary abilities and psychic abilities that I have out of whatever reason not let loose the way I should. So, but that might not be your path. So we are building. This is the builder. This is I build from spirit. I build something solid from spirit because it's all about that give and take of the spiritual push and pull of matter. So, values. Okay. I communicate my values and I'm making the decision to build on that through this soupy spirit in a way that taps into the collective unconscious because that's Neptune. 2 degrees of separation with Neptune. There it is, that South Node. This is your mother line. This is your ancestors on the maternal line. It couldn't be more obvious. Okay? At least it's obvious to me. Maybe that is my ancestors coming through and speaking through me to you, and that's okay too. And the final piece of the decision is like, okay, how do I activate my purpose in all of this, in this decision? And it's basically, okay, I'm deciding I'm going to do something that moves me to my true purpose in life on a spiritual level. And I can dream about this. Okay. So we have those count them, 5 different points of opposition, opposing South Node opposing Mercury, South Node opposing and asking a decision of values from our Venus. But how are we going to do this? What actions do we need to take? That is the other thing we have here. We do have some strong actions going on directing to the moon. We have our beautiful Mars in Cancer. Cancer is also its family, its siblings, its mother. It is nurturing. And that is in the 10th house. This is how you're going to show up. And you're going to do this publicly. You're going to take that mother energy and say, hey, I am defending the divine feminine here. I am defending women. I am defending my right to protest because Mars is opposing Pluto in Capricorn. So, and that's in the 4th house. It's like me and my brothers and sisters are coming together and we are going to oppose anything that wishes harm to the divine feminine, that wishes harm to the outcasts. This is our time, people. This is the time for us to rise up, make a decision on how we're going to approach this. And the other square we've got going on with because it's square the moon, so it is square the sun as well. So it's pulling on that solar energy and saying, I need to act in a way that is in partnership, because the sun and Chiron are conjunct in the 7th house in Pisces. I need to do this in partnership, and I need to be able to be flexible with that, but I need to stand up in defense. So if this isn't direct enough for you, I don't know what is, except for, these are the key things. And that Black Moon Lilith is also partially, it's got a softer square. So that's to that wonderful, strong Mars in Cancer. And what we have going on is it has a really strong square to that Pluto in Capricorn. Hell no. No more women need to die because they can't get the care they need. We're going to say hell no. And by hell no, I mean the Norse goddess Hel. And I'm calling on her and drawing her now because she is also an outcast. Any underworld goddess is an outcast because it's been cast out from the above. It's in the darkness. It deals with shadow. It is Black Moon Lilith come to light. Come to light. Literally come to light, because that is also opposite the moon and Chiron as well. Just not as strongly, of course, as the full moon. And the final thing I want you to know, there is some things to let go of. You don't have to hang on to everything super tight. And the full moon is also telling us, hey, it's okay to let things flow, because we have a bunch of quincunx with the moon. Quincunx. All these beautiful, everything that got trined, got opposed, got quincunxed again too. So did I mention the trines from Mars? Mars trining up with that stellium of, so we've got Mars. Oh my gosh. And Mars is trine with all the stellium in. It's square the sun, but it's trine with Neptune, Mercury, North Node, Saturn, and Venus all together. And I explained earlier in the video what the decision factors are on the decision you have to make for what type of action you need to take. And you are giving the strength and the power of that shield. It could be a coracle for you to float on as you let go of those same, let's see here, we've got the moon and the north node, the moon and, it's going over there to Uranus in Taurus, goddess energy again, in the 8th house for that. Uranus in the eighth house. Hello. It's totally home. It's saying, hey, well, maybe not totally home. That's more of a Pluto thing, I think. But yeah, Uranus is more of a, I don't know, 11th house kind of guy. But it is saying, okay, we need to let go of some of these revolutionary tactics, and we need to be able to ground it into Mother Earth. We need to let go of old designs that are no longer serving us. And we need to let go of that in Pisces with Saturn. We need to let go of things that we thought were important, but have discovered that our true values trump some of the other things, some of the other talking points. We need to let go of that too. And so there are 4 points of letting go from the moon. There's squares, there's oppositions, there's trines. So, and all of this is happening tonight here in Minnesota at 7:22 p.m. What am I doing is I'm making my moon water, and I'm telling you about it because that's my job. That's what I was put on earth to do. I was here to share this info, to create beauty in Mother Earth, to create amulets and art, to honor Mother Earth. And it's all there, and the spirit is there. And ultimately, we're all learning how to do this right now because with Chiron, healing the sun, how we see ourselves, opposing the moon and dark moon Lilith in Virgo in the first house, house of I am. I am the goddess who organizes. I am the goddess who cares. And how do we do that? We do that in partnership with others. The sun is partnered with Chiron for that healing energy. We're healing the dark moon Lilith. We're healing the full moon Lilith is coming and making that decision. We are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we're going to heal this world, this planet. We have a lot of handshakes as well with Uranus. So you still get to be your best unicorn. And where is your Uranus making handshakes? Again, a couple of our little friends there in Pisces, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so Uranus, this is the collective. Can the collective get up to? The collective can create new ways to communicate. The collective can create new values. The collective can defend the divine feminine. The collective can choose to build a better world based on spirit, bringing it into matter, and teach others that lesson. It might seem restrictive for that, but there is a beautiful partnership between Saturn and Uranus, and Mars and Uranus, and Venus and Uranus, and Mercury and Uranus. So Uranus has got it going on. Okay. Also, semi-sextile to the sun. Yeah. So there's just so much going on here. I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that you found something that you can use in your magic. I hope you paid attention with how to ground. And if you feel like you're not big enough for this energy, just know that you have an electromagnetic field that extends about 6 feet out from your body. It's 6 feet wide from your heart. If your heart is beating, you're creating an electromagnetic field. You have a field that connects to all of this, because the flip side of electromagnetic field is the field of light, and that is the stars. And that's how this all works on a quantum scientific or Newtonian scientific level coming together. It's all happening right now. It is all happening in this full moon. If you catch this recording after the full moon, don't worry. You can reach into Mama Earth. You can take a walk and lift that energy up and say, I am choosing this. This is the action I'm taking. Create your rituals, light your candles. Like I said, I'm making moon water. I take a sip every day until the next full moon. This is disseminating. This is what we have built up. And another fun fact, it was on beginning of October, the first weekend of October, following the new moon in Virgo, that I discovered true sidereal astrology. So if you think you're bursting with energy, so am I, because everything I've learned in the past 6 months is coming to bear on this video. And I love you. The goddess loves you. And comment down below. There's a link if you want to know where your signs are in true sidereal astrology. Go forth and be magical, my beautiful, mystical, magical humans and walk-ins and whatever else is out there. Pet your dog. Stay grounded. We got this. And you can handle this energy. Okay? Blessed be. Namaste. And all that jazz.